Hello everyone, it's Loretta. Thank you for joining me. This is the continuation of the 2019 Craft Fair series where I show you what I'm making, what I'm selling it for, and how you can do it for yourself. Today's project is going to be a disc-bound notebook that could be used for things like a prayer journal, taking notes at a business meeting, taking notes for your kids' school, or in addition to your current planner. You will need a laminating machine of your choice. This one is a Scotch one. It was actually on clearance for $14. Laminating sheets, these are 5mm. Some regular copy paper. This is just some different colors that I have in my collection. A paper trimmer, and some discs. These came from Disc-Bound Marketplace on Etsy. I will try to remember to leave the link down below. So, I would like my book to measure 5 by 7. In the paper collection, there is this fun dot pattern. It's pink on the back. If you don't like the back of the paper, you can always sandwich another piece in, and that's actually what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and cut my two covers to 5 by 7 inches. You can get 3 pieces of 5 by 7 paper out of one 12 by 12 sheet. Okay, this is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of 5mm laminating material, which is what I shared just a minute ago. Okay, before I cut the laminating material to fit my project, I am, in this case, which is very unusual for me, going to use the sticker sheet that came with this paper pack, and I really like the Life is Good one. And we're going to decorate our cover. If you are concerned that this is going to come apart, real lightly sandwich the pieces together. This does make the cover thicker, but you will see that your whatever punch you have will go through it just fine. Okay, I have used a strip from the paper pack, and I'm going to cut this even with my cover. And to be sure that this sticker will hold, I'm just going to put a tiny little bit of adhesive on it, mostly because I've handled it quite a bit. Okay, I have cut this down to 5 by 7 inches, and you can really make this to where each side of each cover could potentially be the front. And I have decided that I'm going to decorate this one as well. I'm going to use that leftover strip of sticker, turn it over and trim it off. I'm going to use this happy, possibly this large flower. I like both. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and put a little adhesive on the back just to be sure that this is going to stay in place. I'm going to take my 5mm laminating sheets and cut them down to 7 1/4 by 5 1/4. Now you're going to put your covers into your laminating pouches and run them through your machine. We're going to run our covers through our laminating machine. And you really want to put this in with a sealed edge going in first. I am going to cut these down to 4 3/4 by 6 3/4 so that I may have the pages for the notebook. You want to cut the long end first, cut the short end first and then cut the long end so that you can get 4 3/4 by 6 3/4 panels out of this without much waste. I'm going to continue this. Okay, I used my Levenger punch to punch holes, notches really, in the top of my laminated sheets. I like this way better, once again, because it's easier to turn the pages. These sheets measure 4 3/4 by 6 3/4, and I also punched them. And we're going to take our binding disc. This is where I was telling you that you can choose which cover you want for the front early on. I like to start with the back cover, and these literally pressure fit into place. And take a few pages at a time and put them in. We're going to continue this process until all of the pages are in our notebook. Once you have a few sections in, it actually starts going faster. That took about, actually less than 4 minutes to put the disc in and the paper into my book. And that's really it finished. I'm going to make a pin and some packaging for this. Alright folks, I'm going to package this up in a minute, but first I want to add a couple of bookmarks, or whatever you want to call them, little page breaks, into my book. These could act as dashboards, of course. I'm trying to find a couple of pieces of the scrap laminating film that are big enough, and they don't have to be sealed. I'm going to run this through the laminator, and when it comes out I'm going to trim it down to size. And after I trim it down to size, I'm going to go ahead and run it through the laminator again. Okay, I'm going to run this through once again, like I said. While I'm waiting for that, I'm going to go ahead and punch a couple holes in the top of this for the binding. Okay, so you can put these wherever you want. I like to place them towards the right hand side. I'm going to use this coordinating piece of cardstock, which measures 12 inches by 3/4, and I'm going to just score it so that I can wrap it into my RSVP pin, which is right here. Okay, you'll notice that this piece looks different than the one I started to do because this loop was too big. So I did it again, and I have shortened up this loop, and I'm actually going to cut this little laminate right here with a little slit and just take off this little tiny piece right here, just like that. We're going to do the same on the back and run this through my laminating machine. And while we're waiting for that, I'm going to make some small embellishments for my book. I thought some little tabs would be fun. I'm going to bring my punch back in and punch this. Alright, now that we have our pin in place and we've hole punched for the binding, we're just going to slip this in toward the middle of our book and close it up. And so this is what the book looks like when it's done. Now I'm going to show you how to make a couple of embellishments for this. I have some fun colors of paper clips here. And this is the extra large bow die from Pink and Main. You want to put a little glue in the middle and a little glue on the outside of one of your tabs. And you're going to get your tail and your middle ready. Pinch it and hold it for just a moment or two. And I'm going to take some regular glue to put the tail into place. And I'm going to choose a paper clip that I like. In this case, I really like this green one. And I'm going to put just a drop of hot glue into the middle and make sure that the paper clip is facing down. Place that into the hot glue. I'm going to use a small scrap. And so that's what it looks like. I've gone ahead and made a few of these up. I went ahead and put the tabs into my book. The pen is attached. And I've made these different embellishments for the package to go inside. This is from clearbags.com. I'm going to place this into my bag. I'm going to take one small and one large clip and put these in as well. I'm going to just slip these on the back side. Neaten this up just a little bit. Take the tab off and close the package. This measures 4 by 8 1/4 inches. So we're going to fold this in half to make a topper. I'm going to go on and staple this into place. Here is my package notebook. I'm going to be charging $10 a piece for these. They are labor intensive. I might even charge $12. I haven't decided yet. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. If you try this, please give me credit. And also, please share my videos on your social media. If you haven't and you'd like to be, subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell if you'd like to be notified when I upload videos. And don't forget, stamp happy and be a blessing. I will see you all soon. Thanks for joining me.